Yeah, we are live, and this is just a
Awesome.
test. I want to see how.
Testing, 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 testing.
Yeah. So,
Yep. Yep. This is a test.
On Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
indeed, it is.
Or is it Monday? And we're just tricking you into thinking it's Sunday.
It's it's Monday halfway around the world, I believe.
Huh.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's Monday halfway around the world.
Is anyone else like constantly clearing their ears out like I am right now?
What do you mean constantly clearing your ears out?
Nah, just like constantly like equalizing. Because like I'll be honest, if it weren't for this pressure drop, I wouldn't have woken up.
Oh,
Because
I get
like
that.
my head felt so tight.
Ah,
So I finally had to just get up and, decompress myself.
understandable on that.
Like, it's been bugging me the last couple days because it just came so suddenly. It's nice to have warmer weather. I just wish all the rain didn't come with it.
Right. I'm still testing out the volume, so I had to turn it up.
We do sound good though.
Yeah, we sound good, but I didn't hear anything in the background.
Yeah, like the background music's damn near non-existent.
So I turned that up to about a quarter. Actually, I should turn it up to about a half. Go about halfway on that. Yeah, it's about halfway.
Awesome.
So, we'll give it 30 seconds, but
That's fair enough.
Yay.
oh no, that's like absolutely non-existent.
Yeah, like it's not
Yeah,
even there.
I need to see what audio. It's supposed to be capturing everything from my my speaker.
Well, like I said, if you can't get it up, don't worry about it. It's
Yeah,
completely optional. We'll test it out later because we are doing this off the whim.
yeah. So right now, let's not go ahead and do that then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not hearing it at all. But at least I know now I know I can listen to music while this is going on. But I'm just gonna let that keep rocking in the background for me because it's pretty chill music. So that's going. We're all good. Yeah, how does that look on the screen?
Let me check. Let me switch over real quick. Everything looks good on the screen.
Okay, I wanted to. How do you make this continuously play though? Because it looks like I'm gonna have to keep restarting it.
You mean you want it to loop?
Yes.
So let's see.
Because under autoplay there is no. Oh, there is a loop.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's under the slideshow button in the top right corner. Presenter view, then click autoplay.
Yeah, and then I click loop all the way at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then do I press play? That's all the way up at the top.
You press play from the menu and then select loop from the menu.
Okay. Oh, that's too fast. That's way too fast.
Yeah, I'd say stick to the 15.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 15 loop and play. Okay. Yeah, that was way too fast. I'm looking at it now. Okay, that looks a little bit better for the time that we have, so.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh, the music is coming through. You hear it now?
Kind of.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Turn it down slightly.
Okay.
Only slightly. Like maybe a notch or two. Okay.
Okay, hopefully that should be good now. I already just have the music in the thing, so you know what? We're already going, so we might as well just keep going. I guess we can cut all that testing part out later if we really want to. So
for the actual like MP3.
Yeah.
But for the stream, it's like, we can leave it in.
Exactly.
It's just the normal stream shit.
Yeah. So we are up. We're live. We're going. Let me turn my volume up a little bit so I can hear it.
Cool.
Yeah, the music is going pretty nicely in there. Okay, cool. So put that on silence.
Yep. Actually, I'm sorry. Give me one quick second. It's literally only going to take 1 second.
No.
It has officially been more than 1 second.
Yep. Liar.
Da, 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 da.
Okay. All right.
That was not a second.
It was depending on what time zone you're in.
No.
No.
Because a second can mean anything. Could mean anything else elsewhere. As I try to make this make sense.
I don't think you can, bro.
Yeah, I can. Just gotta believe, like Parappa the Rapper says.
I mean, he believed a lot of things. Doesn't mean that shit actually happened.
It did in his world.
That would mean he's a crazy person.
I mean, he kind of is.
I mean, what do you call the mental condition where everything is a song to you?
I don't know.
That I also do not know.
I definitely have heard of it before, but I don't remember what it's called.
Welcome to the Night Shift Bandits, everybody.
Hello.
What's up?
We're doing it a little different this time.
Yeah. I mean, Brian, if you want to, you can still do your intro, but I felt like that satisfied the intro requirements.
Yeah. I mean, if we're streaming.
Yeah. Just.
You know, guys, today will be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Going forward. I guess we all want to try streaming these live more. So here we go. today's subject is about an anime. Oh my god. Another one of these pesky things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, of course, a trope that is highly debated, highly talked about, and is still growing in some popularity to varying degrees. But yeah, a lot of the stuff in this genre top the charts. It's another isekai anime, but not the ones you're thinking of.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, a lot of people have been more focused on other things besides this one. Even though this anime debuted right around the end of last year.
It was right around the end of last year that this came out. Wow.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was. Was it spring or fall? I feel like it was in the fall roster.
I could see this being a fall anime.
But
you know, you know what? Because you're right. Because I do remember us trying to do the schedule at one point, and you suggested this, but you were like, "I'm gonna wait till more episodes come out." So it has been going on for like a minute.
Yeah. So like, yeah, because at that time there were only like 3 episodes of it out. So
we waited the other 9 weeks and then some more until it was done.
Yep.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about the wrong way to use healing magic.
Which, I think this is the right way to use healing magic.
I know, right?
It's absolutely not the wrong way. It's never this.
It has a lot of things going for it. The tropes are obviously there, but at the same time, it's just basically a fun little read. It's a fun little read if you read the manga, but also the anime is there now for people who watch the anime. I kind of went through the manga, so there may be some big spoilers ahead.
Yeah. Definitely, like, but I would still say check it out. I would still say, like, you know, just still look at it. Like, I'm not the manga guy I used to be, but like, if I watched the anime, I would go straight to the manga if I was the old me.
Yeah, like, because I think out of all the isekai animes and manga that and believe me, unfortunately, I've mentioned it a lot, but I've gone to an extensive library of isekai related content to the points like there's some I can make out but don't remember the titles of because they just didn't interest me, or there's just so many other titles that stand out to me more.
I get that.
Yeah, and I can see why this one stands out to you more because, well, let me say it like this. When you first told us about the title, The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, immediately I was like, there's going to be some critical thinking involved in this anime.
No.
Not at all. When I first heard The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, I was thinking, oh, they're going to be doing something. I was thinking this was probably going to be more along the lines of an ecchi anime, more like fan servicey, but I was completely wrong on that.
No, it was not. It's actually not super fan servicey. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, it's not at all, honestly.
I mean, unless abs are your thing, but hey, you know, there's nothing wrong with abs.
Yeah. So I'm like, so I'm like, when I first heard it, I'm like, okay, because I'll be honest with you, like, looking at it, it didn't scream ecchi, because you know how ecchi is, dude.
I know how ecchi is. It didn't scream ecchi, but I was thinking like it might have been like more of a low key sort of. This is ecchi and it's gonna become more fan servicey, but it just never turned out.
Yeah, and as someone who's read through most of the translated chapters that are out right now, yeah, I would agree with you. There's not really a whole lot of fan service. There's a lot of plot development.
Oh, tons of.
There's a lot of story development.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, and all in all, not a lot of fan. I mean, obviously, there's those crazy romance tags that you'll find, because this is I would say a very The story itself is a pretty orthodox isekai fantasy anime, but it's just the main character is basically that one character that's just a monkey wrench thrown into this overdone story.
I wouldn't even say that he's a monkey wrench. I think eventually he becomes more of one of the most important tools. So
he becomes the dude. He's just gonna keep getting more and more broken. Ken is just Usato is just he's gonna be getting more and more broken.
See, I kind of agree with the terminology of being a monkey wrench because of the fact that in the beginning, remember,
he defies convention.
That because he's meant to be a side character. He's not meant to be the main character at all.
Yeah.
They point that out immediately.
He becomes the main character.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Even though, let's be honest, he does not look like a side character whatsoever. His hair has color. So you are not a side character.
But you're a main character. I don't know who thought in your old world you were going to be a side character, but this new world was like, no, we got you, fam.
Right.
And oh god, you guys have no idea.
Oh, I'm sure. Like, if anything, this first arc, even though it just introduced us to these characters and this world, by the end of it, you do see kind of where they're going with it, and how you should always respect your healers.
You should always respect your
Otherwise,
you won't get healed.
Ever.
Yep.
Yeah. And I speak that from experience, because guess who's the healer in Overwatch? You fuck faces.
You play as who?
So my supports are Moira and Mercy, as well as a few others. Lucio, I'll play Lucio sometimes. But Moira and Mercy were like my two main healers.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll really like take the dagger and turn it with Moira, because I would much rather choose my attack orb than my heal orb if you're a douche to me.
Yeah. And see, I'm more of a tank, so I understand the importance of keeping your healer around. Like, when I was playing Overwatch, I was playing Warthog, or not Warthog, Roadhog. He heals himself, but he's also a tank that can, you can give me some healing, but since I can also take care of myself, I was trying to have my healer, hey, go take care of some other people. I got me for a little bit at least.
Yeah. And if you play early Warthog, you didn't need a team.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say early Warthog, and then once they nerfed him, I was like,
early
early
Roadhog was fucking like, dude, that guy was broken. Like, yeah, that's Usato levels of broken.
Yeah, it was bad. But back to
what I like about that is that he didn't just get some cheat ability. Like, it's just the difference in the level of training he had to endure.
Yeah.
The training was very extreme.
So basically, he got isekai into a world that made him a Saiyan.
Yeah, I mean, but
just
here's
because,
the thing.
Like, if you're talking like power scaling, he doesn't like, even Krillin, even Yamcha could Yamcha his ass, but let's be honest here.
He might heal through it.
He'll heal through it, but he'll still get his ass kicked a bunch.
Yeah, but he'll still be fine.
Yeah.
He'll just be a little tired.
Yeah, very tired, but it's shown, he's shown to have like a nice amount of mana control, and as Brian hinted, I'm pretty sure that gets even better as time goes on.
I could see him doing a lot more things with his mana control.
Mm-hmm.
And we say mana control because he has to regulate the amount of mana that he's putting out so he doesn't overheal himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Or waste too much of his mana trying to heal himself over something so simple.
Yes.
Yeah. And just going back to the training real quick, I don't feel like he's like a Saiyan. Because when you tell me Saiyans,
I just feel like he's like a Dragon Ball Z character because of the shit he went through. But the only reason he could go through it is because he has healing magic, which makes a lot more sense.
It does. But like when I think Saiyan, I'm thinking like you're just naturally good. You start off at a base of a nice power level. Whereas I feel like with him, he built up to it. Because he started off weak as fuck.
Yes, he did.
And then he built up to it to the point where, like, he was swole by the end of what, like, episode 3, 4?
I want to say, yeah, I think it was like 3. He was, like, getting cut, and you could tell the difference between when he first arrived and then when he had been there for, I want to say this has probably been, like, a month by that point, maybe a couple of weeks.
And then, like... Yeah, and then like all of a sudden, because his body was resculpted from being healed over and over again.
Yeah, that part
while also being hazed in the place he lived by everyone he lived with.
Yeah, and they don't even get into most of those people. It's really just focused on him and Rose.
Right. And I was gonna say Rose and her crew is the main reason why he's like that, because that was some real military shit,
highly militaristic shit.
I mean, to be fair, they are a military unit, so
right. But looking at the other areas where the other two characters were training, it was not that intense, seemingly. Granted, I'm sure they learned a lot. I'm sure they got their own strength and whatnot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, they were both being trained up, all pampered up and trained in a palace because, you know, they were pulled from their own world against their will, and they're like, and like even the main guy, or at least the one that they perceive as the main guy, he was like standing up saying, "What the fuck's your problem? Like, fuck out of here. We gotta do this shit. Fuck that." And all this other stuff. And then they have that fun little scene. And now they're just being... It felt to me like they were training them in the most polite way possible because they're guests.
I mean, that's exactly the way that you can take that. And they were treating them... the other two, I don't remember their names. It was a guy and a girl.
Inugami.
They're pictured right now. But you said Inugami was which one?
Was the girl.
Okay.
But basically the weeb chick.
Yeah, and when you meet them, their personalities are completely different when you first meet them, and to where they get into their training and you see them more and more throughout the series. So
Kazuki and Suzune.
Okay.
Yes.
So
that's who they are.
Suzune is the weeb chick who you don't even expect her to be like that when you first meet her. She's just
she's supposed to be like, you know, the typical prima donna chick, like you see that every dude wants to ask out to prom, and then all of a sudden she gets put into her ideal scenario, and now she's just being a straight up weeb, and also a total pervert, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, she's a huge perv.
See, that's why
she keeps trying to rip the dude's shirt off.
Yeah, and that's where I was like, oh, it's going to be a little bit more ecchi, is because she started acting like that more and more that she saw main character, like, shirtless.
And then, like, and don't get me started on the part with the Beast Girl.
Well, we're not going to hop into that just yet.
I have no idea what it is.
You haven't said spoilers.
On.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So
let's do this here. Our wrong way to use healing magic good?
I say it's decent for now. The story has just gone along as it normally should have. There was nothing too surprising about really anything. It's
not. Honestly, there's the anime definitely pushes through the plot a lot more faster. As someone who's more familiar with the manga, I felt a lot more hashed out for me, even back in those two first volumes that the first season is based on.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that the anime did a great job in following the source material. The artwork, the plot, everything is on point there. The animation was done really well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in the same likeness of the original work. So, big kudos to that studio. What was that studio?
So I would say like I liked it. I thought it was a good anime. Not too special. I would definitely say it's above average, at least for this first arc, which that's normally how the beginning of stories are. But I will say with what's there, it was very unique. And I won't lie, I could really relate to Usato,
Mm-hmm.
like on multiple levels, to the point where I feel like him and I share a whole lot of habits, traits, and journeys.
Oh, so you feel like he was a character that's very, very relatable to you because of your shared experience.
Yeah,
for lack of a better word.
Yeah, like I'll hop into that in the next section of this podcast, but I really feel like Usato, him and I share a lot of character traits, like a lot, and yeah.
Okay, so Shine Animation. So they did a really good job with that.
Yep. You said Shine?
Shine A.
Okay.
Shin-EI. Shine Animation, or Shine as an animation. So yes, they're telling you to die because they're dying to make this animation for you.
In more than one ways. Animators' rights.
Yeah, Japan. Y'all gotta get your shit together, or we're gonna just start giving more money to DreamWorks. They did pretty good shit. They made some pretty good shit lately. So, I think them and Disney could give you a run for their money if we just got them to headhunt some of your animators.
But all right, so from this point going forward, we will hop into spoilers.
Spoiler alerts. Okay. The thing that I liked the most about this entire anime was, since we didn't actually start speaking about this, the exact application of healing magic.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, basically, what they're saying is, in their group with Rose is trying to teach them to use healing magic on themselves to increase their strength so they can go and get people from the battlefield. Or heal them, like, right there, triage style.
Yeah.
And, keep forces just up and running a little bit faster.
Exactly. That would be Rose, who is the captain of the Kingdom of Lingles.
Yeah,
or Lingles Rescue Squad.
Yeah, I don't remember what that name was, but she is pictured here somewhere in these things. Actually, right now, all the way to the left.
The scary looking green haired lady.
I don't think that she's scary looking. I never thought that she was scary looking.
I wouldn't say she's scary looking, but she is that.
She is scary.
She's not scary.
No, she's not scary.
She's not scary. So the way I see her, which is kind of what I was hinting at when I say I'm more like Izuto. So the thing about me is that I strive under strong leaders.
That's one.
And Rose is just a strong ass leader.
I agree.
She's military.
I definitely can agree with you on that 100%.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. Scary, is not the right word. It's more like you're strong and you kick some ass and you push your people because you know they can do it.
And
like
and that's the type of leader that I like too. So
yeah, to be fair, like during Usato's training, like she laid out several steps just to make sure, like she didn't put him in a situation she didn't know would end in something bad, or she didn't have control over.
Like when she sent him to the forest.
Yeah, but she knew Usato was ready for the forest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she knew this is something that he can handle. It'll test him out, and it'll get him ready more mentally for what I have in store for him next.
Yeah, which I know one thing she was not expecting was the giant snake, but hey, guess who handled that? Guess who handled that shit?
He definitely handled that.
Yeah. Because the original assignment was to like kill off that, I forget the exact name of the bear, but it was pretty much a big, mean ass bear, which any bear is big and mean. But he ran into a snake, and then he handled that with critical thinking, and even learned a couple of new tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
With his magic, so which is just great.
Like he gets so. It gets so hilarious later on.
Mm-hmm.
And spoiler alert, if they ever get into season 2, Rose's personality rubs off on Usato really well, because eventually he starts teaching a potential rescue squad prospect.
I can believe it.
Yeah, I can believe that. That's definitely further along in the story than where the anime left off. But I would love to see the type of character that he would train, just given his current personality from what we know right now.
Yeah,
because he seems like he would be a little bit kinder than Rose, but
he's still Rose's pupil.
Exactly.
Like, he's a lot more. He has that certain confidence to say, "Hey, oh, you're being a little bitch right now. Let's fix that."
Yeah, like, but that's how he became, or has become mean at this point. The great hero that he is that like that training, and let's be honest, the training that he went through, you would expect that for someone who's like a tank, a warrior, maybe a rogue, but not a healer. Which again is the reason why I like this anime so much.
And to be fair, in that trope, there are plenty of cases of healing type peoples using things like, like heavy weaponry or bludgeons and stuff, or priests or monks having some form of martial arts ability.
Yeah.
But in this case, he really is just a pure healer. It's just that he's a pure healer who has the body of a Dragon Ball character.
I would say that he's more of a healer who multi-classed as a tank.
Basically.
And yeah, using your healing abilities on yourself to keep yourself alive as a tank, so impressive. I was actually trying to do something like that when I was playing more MMOs, but it never really worked out because their system just didn't work out like that.
Yeah, like we were talking about like MMOs, they're like built, most of them are built for you to stick to one class.
Yeah.
And just go into that, unless it's actually built in the engine for you to be able to dual class. But a lot of MMOs just want you to stick to it, mainly for balance reasons.
Yeah.
Because you can't be a healer and then a tank like that. Even though in real life that would work out.
It absolutely would.
Because like me and another friend were talking, and we were just like, you could just work out an hour every day while still reading books, and you will be like a swole ass mage.
That's essentially what battle mages are.
Right, but even battle mages, like, they don't at least game wise, they don't like extend out in one way or the other. Again,
True.
real life takes over. It's like you could do all that shit. You could be
you can multi-class
a wizard.
several things and you'll be fine. But in this, it's just like, nope, we gotta stick to this one path.
Yeah, sorry, but you know the wrong way to use healing magic said nah.
Nope.
You're gonna do weighted push-ups, which are fun as hell, by the way.
You're gonna do these push-ups. You're gonna run like your life depends on it, and all these assholes are gonna make sure or you do it right.
Exactly, and they're gonna make fun of you and steal your lunch while doing it.
Yep. And now what you gonna do? You better get your lunch back.
Exactly. And how do you get your lunch back?
Well, you heal yourself through all of their punishment that they're gonna
And then
put on you.
And then you dish out twice the punishment you gave them.
Exactly.
They gave you. My bad.
Yeah.
And that's literally, generally what Usagi... He doesn't even fucking wait. Like, he just goes in there and does shit. And it generally involves him just ripping apart restraints, punching through walls, or just doing some incredibly ridiculous things that no one expects a healer to do, even in that world. And they're just like, what the fuck? And before they finish their thought, you know, they get punched in the face.
It's like with healing magic in some cases.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if you're an undead, then that's a painful punch. But if you're alive, I mean, he might be able to hit you and break your jaw and heal it instantly.
No, it's still a painful punch, as we saw.
Oh yeah, that's true. We did see that.
It's still a painful punch. Because so if we're gonna hop into this, I know we're hopping around everywhere, but fuck it. The Black Knight, you know, the Black Knight, when magic like that is definitely hard to fight against, and I feel like the only one who could beat them was a healer.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you look at the Black Knight's abilities. God, what was their name again?
I don't remember their name.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through it right now.
Yeah.
Actually, let me go back to the wiki
But
page.
the ability was basically to redirect any damage from that's dealt to you to the dealer of the damage.
A mirror ability.
Yeah.
Literally a mirror ability. So, wherever you hit me, I hit you.
Right.
Like literally. I could just stand there and you'll do all the work.
So so Usato was his last name.
Yeah, that's the family name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his first name's Ken. Cool. Let's see here.
Which makes sense, because what does Ken stand for?
Fist?
In Japanese? Exactly.
Fist.
But yeah, so and so fighting the Black Knight did require mainly Usato.
Right, Felm. Her name's Felm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Which can I just say something about Felm? When she was in the armor.
Yeah, the armor.
At first, I could not understand not a word she was saying.
I didn't understand a single thing, and there was closed captions on.
And it was funny as hell, because I'm like, you know, I'm cool with this. I love how, like, everyone's just talking to her normally, and I just can't understand shit.
Yeah, she's just like, it reminded me of Kenny from South Park.
Yeah. That's why I laughed so hard.
No. Well, instead of that, it was. That's what it sounded like.
And then everyone's like, yeah, you're right, we are going to kill those humans.
Like, come on.
Every time I always fall all back to the teacher's dialogue in Charlie Brown. Because I actually watched Charlie Brown as a kid.
but yeah, like
that character's voice was just ridiculous. I don't understand who made that choice and who thought that people could hear what they were saying through the vibrations going through that, but never do that again.
Yeah, they need to turn down the voice modification for that one.
Maybe. I will say this, though. I'll say this. Guts is jealous of that armor.
I mean...
Oh, I don't know. I think the Berserker armor looks better with the motif.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was cool. I want the armor more so than the sword, because why do I need the sword?
In case, you want to just stab somebody. Why else would you need a sword? Because what if they just stop? What if they catch on like they did and stop attacking you?
Well, I mean, I would just walk through and go forward, because, what else are they going to do to me? I can redirect their blows. They're not going to hit me, so they can either submit or I'm just going to do what I'm going to do.
Yeah, they'll hop on you and lock you up and put you in a dungeon. If you just walk through right into their fortress by yourself.
Yeah, I guess I would have to stop them.
Exactly.
But I mean, with me attacking them, they would then probably attack me, which would redirect the damage to them. So I still don't need the sword.
You do need the sword in case they kill you.
I could just punch them.
You punch hard?
Yes.
You could just slice them and killing them instantly with a sword. You have to, if you're gonna, unless you could like blow their head off, which she could not.
We're also talking about wearing armor for a demon, so I would be a demon that would have demon powers. Yeah, I think just punching them would be fine.
Well, do we know how strong the demons are exactly in this world?
In that world, they said that demons were definitely stronger than humans.
At that level, I mean, they're stronger than humans, but are they strong enough to do a One Punch Man?
No.
No, I don't think so. Not a One Punch Man.
The Demon Lord, maybe, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, I'm redirecting anything else that touches me. So if you swing at me while I'm attacking one person, yeah, it's just gonna happen. It's just gonna be automatic. Yeah, it's on all the time. You hit me, you're getting that damage back to you. Yeah. I don't see why I need the sword still. I'm just gonna have fun beating up on people.
But once again, sword instantly kills. You're at war. Yeah. So why would you give them a chance for them to capture you? Because that's the next part of the plan, is to capture you.
Well, I see that. Yeah, it's gonna be their part of the plan to capture you. And yeah, whoever you've taken out before, you can just grab their weapon as well. So I still would need to bring a sword.
It's battle, dude. You need to bring a sword, a big ass sword at that. Because did you see the swords they were holding? Those did not compare to the sword that old girl had.
No,
I'm sorry. No. I highly disagree with you.
But I can redirect the damage, so it doesn't matter.
And what if they stop attacking you? What if they stop attacking you, like I said, and capture you?
Okay, if they're going to try to capture me...
You're going to punch in a war? You're going to bring your fist to a sword fight?
Yes, I would.
Not smart.
Yes, I would.
That is not smart. No,
I would do that.
You would lose. You would lose. You would lose.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
They were only cutting her with swords. Yes. What if bludgeons were involved?
Then they would get bludgeoned.
Remember. I'm just saying.
That would be worse.
Bludgeons,
it would be crushing to them.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's fair. I just thought because bludgeons and armor don't mix.
Yeah.
You said what? I'm sorry.
Bludgeons and armor don't mix.
In a regular circumstance, you are correct, because we know we've seen an example of that with Dr. Doom, or with the Punisher to Dr. Doom.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But anyway, it had the ultimate, pretty much had the ultimate armor, and I'm pretty sure she obviously still got that ability too. And I don't know if she could use her power to turn it into other items. Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either.
But I'm pretty sure she'll come back in the future. Obviously, probably as a good guy. I'm pretty sure Brian can confirm that.
Which one?
The Black Knight.
The Black Knight?
Yeah.
Okay, so spoiler. The Black Knight gets captured.
Again?
by Usato.
Again?
Okay, we've covered that already.
Yeah, we said spoilers already.
Yeah, so
that's...
Yeah, no, but yeah, honestly, ever since it's that whole arc was wrapped up, it's mostly just been featured in passing in the manga, at least.
Okay.
So they might change them to have a bigger role in the anime.
Yeah, there's I don't know. I don't think so. If from the course that they're going, I don't think that's the case unless, a different studio picks them up and some things get switched around as it's been known to happen. But from what I've seen that was done with this season, no. Like, she gets captured, she gets drafted into the rescue squad.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. And
so, she just
her and so her and Rose just have a very good love-hate relationship. It's like, fuck you, I don't have to do what you say. And then by the end of it, she's just coaxed into doing everything she says. So she fits in.
I would assume that she would, because we do see a little bit of her training in the last episode, and she got that attitude. She definitely got that attitude. But she is doing the training and surviving, because the way her training is going to similar to Usato when he first got there. So
yeah.
It's definitely okay, well, she's going on her journey now. She's doing her thing now.
Right.
Let's see where this goes.
Which I can't wait. I do want to see where that goes for her, because I think that in the anime they might do something with that. But as long as it doesn't, interfere too much with the actual story.
Well, I'll say it right now. Spoiler. It doesn't.
Okay.
Again, most of the rest of the story afterwards just focuses on the journey.
Okay.
That everyone takes. And then there's a whole nother arc after that. And then we go into a whole nother arc after that. And then currently it's on a third arc. So, yeah.
Okay.
We're... The manga's literally 70 chapters right now.
Okay, and it's still
probably
not
more. No, not by a long shot. It's in full swing.
Nice.
Full monthly updates.
Nice. Okay. So, and it shows no sign of stopping or slowing down, huh?
It's slowed down recently, but that tends to happen.
Yeah.
When you follow self-funded translations, but the translation team is good. At the very least, it is.
Nice.
The team that I'm on for the manga that I'm reading, the one who's doing it is Champion Scans, who are very good at doing this. They have a lot of other titles that I like, and they do a good job. So anyone who reads, who's on manga decks or anything like that, and you see Champion Scans, get those links, show them some love, show them some support. They do a good job.
Yeah, so in terms of this anime, because I know we really haven't exactly talked about Rose and her past, which that's where the anime got the darkest for me.
I feel like that's where it got good.
Yes, that is Rose. Rose is definitely a good character. Just from being the one who trained, basically, she is basically Obi-Wan Kenobi. She's gone through horrible things. She's endured a lot of loss, and she's persevered through all of it. And then finally, she got Usato, and everything she experienced, everything she learned and developed, she basically passed that on to him.
Yeah.
She created basically a second her, the ultimate healer.
Yeah.
A healer who will not die in battle. That's what she wanted to create. So I could go into the details of that, I suppose. So Rose was formerly the commander of the kingdom's knights. And she had her own personal squad of knights under her command. And because she was blessed with healing magic, but she was also a badass knight to the point that she was made commander. So, she's no average Joe. And all of her knights basically would fight under her command, and she'd just heal their injuries, and they keep fighting. So in a way, she did kind of have that whole, like Thomas said, that whole multi-class thing. She's like a knight / healer. So she's like a paladin, basically. But then one day, she got in this big battle with this person who, I forget his name, but he was a demon. A really smart demon with an equally well-trained force, but just had way better tactics and just was way more devious than she was, and she underestimated him, as this type of scenario tends to go, and unfortunately it ended with all of her knights being killed on her watch. And so you know how it goes from there. Depression.
Yeah, and it was that depression that made her who she was, and why she pushed, like you said,
and
Usato so hard. Yeah,
that's why she pushed for the formation of the rescue squad.
Yeah,
that's why she pushed for finding people with the same powers as her. That's why she is indeed the person she is, that we all currently see and that we all can greatly admire and enjoy.
Yeah.
So I do think, as far as characters go, Rose is definitely one of the best.
Yeah, and again, like, I feel like Rose was one of my favorite characters, next to Usato, because she was that hard ass. And you know what? She didn't really come across, for lack of a better word, as a bitch. She came across immediately as like caring, but I'm gonna push you.
She's not a chopper mama, like
she's stern.
She's stern.
She's the auntie you're scared of as a kid, and then later in life, like everyone else, everyone's just always just around her. Like, when I think of people like Rose, I'm reminded very much of my own mother. But also, there was another person in my life, a neighbor who always took care of me and was always very much like how Rose was. Like, she didn't give two shits what anyone thought. She spoke her mind, and if you did something wrong, you'd know about it. She'd either tell you, or she'd smack you. But she would also always be honest with you without hesitation. She'd always make sure you're okay if you felt sick. They're very passionate, very strong-willed person. Much like her, my mom, my aunt. I've met a lot of very strong-willed women in my life, and Rose definitely matches that character.
Yeah, like, she comes off as definitely like that stern mother. Like, just to piggyback off what you said, Bri. She's the woman that you hate as a kid but appreciate as an adult.
Yeah.
Like, quite
Basically.
literally, as like, you can't stand them as a kid because why are you so tough on me, but as an adult you realize, oh, you were giving me the tools to survive, which is exactly what she did with Usato. Which is why, like, one of the reasons why I relate to Usato, because of the fact that, like I said before, I do well under strong leaders, and I've had plenty of strong women leaders in my day.
Absolutely. I have some of the best coworkers that I work with currently are all female.
Yeah, so
like they put the work in, and they got the brain to call bullshit when they see it.
Right, and just to hop into like what I was hinting at earlier with me and Usato, like, so just to start off, like, as you all know, like, I work out, right? You guys seen me transform.
Yeah.
And just seeing Usato go from this weak side character to this swole, like, main character. Not saying that I'm like the protagonist of anybody's story, but I'm just saying, like, the journey of just becoming stronger. I've learned so much.
You can see it in yourself.
Right. So, and then on top of that, with socially, even though I've gotten better at speaking with people, sometimes I'm a little bit too straightforward, like Usato, or I'll say something that, I don't think is a bad thing to say, but people will be like, wait, you don't have to say that, right? Or be super truthful, right?
Right.
Which, girl, Suzune calls out on Usato at the fire. He was like, oh, well, my bad, which is, I've had to do that plenty of times because I'm extremely straightforward. And sometimes can be too truthful, but, I'll crack a joke here and there like Usato, or, just do my duty that's needed.
Yeah, end of the day, just, do what you gotta do.
Exactly. Like, so it's like, that's why I could just really relate to him. And then, of course, obviously protecting your friends, never giving up, having a strong will and all that. I see a lot of myself in Usato. So.
I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, you've already covered everything about Rose. That's who my favorite character was in the whole series. Usato was cool, but I literally don't remember most of the other characters' names. They haven't very forgettable.
Yeah, like Suzune was a fun enough character. Kazuto is unfortunately
milquetoast.
Yeah, but there are a lot of other characters that get a lot of other attention later on. Like there's that one knight character. His name is Arc. He's a badass.
Okay.
You only see him for a couple of scenes in the anime, in the current strain of the anime, but like later on, Arc is a badass magic swordsman, and he's just also like your best friend.
Yeah.
That's the kind of character he is.
I just remembered that there were two other healers.
Yeah.
There were.
That's how forgettable they are.
They didn't really. Unfortunately, it's not going to get much better. Probably not till much later. Because right now it's just like Usato is just on this long journey to bring this girl back to her home. Yeah. And he's getting more and more badass along the way, and he's like getting his whole little merry band together. And that's cool, but like and he's doing it all with his ridiculous OP bod and healing powers, while also getting really cool artifacts along the way, becoming even more of a badass.
Yeah, and see, those were the real side characters.
Yeah, they really were. So in the end, Usato was in fact the main character all along.
Yes.
And again, it's just like it has that whole One Punch Man feel where it's just like, wait, what?
Whoa. I remember Moomin Rider.
Moomin Rider was the best boy.
So, I can actually remember many of those characters.
They're memorable.
Too many. Yeah, there's not too many in here that are as memorable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's Usato, there's Rose. Who else did anything cool?
Kazuki and Suzune had their moment.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They did have their moment with that one fight.
Yeah. Yeah, they too beat up a giant snake.
Yeah. Good
But
for
keep
them.
in mind, Usato did it by himself.
Yeah, they had each other's help. So, yeah, still kind of forgettable.
Yeah. So, but I mean, honestly, that's all I have to say about it.
Yeah.
If you guys want, we can wrap up from here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's yeah, like again, for all of you who might be interested in reading the manga, it's there's a lot more in the story there than there is in the anime. If you want to keep following the story, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's on. You can find it on MangaDex probably, probably on some other sites, or I think there might be some official book releases out there. You know, show the author some love and buy a couple of volumes for yourself.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in still seeing where this goes, but it doesn't have me as interested as I want to go out and read the manga. I could just wait for the second season and I'll be completely fine as well.
Yeah.
I want to, if I'm going to give this a score, I'd give it like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah. If I have to give it a score, at least for this first season, I would give it like a 7.
Yeah,
You know?
sets. Yeah, like because like, yeah, it doesn't really get it gets better as it goes up. For that first season, I'll definitely give it a solid, like with Zach, solid 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to I want to bump it up to an 8 just because, you know, the otaku in me just is really happy to see a manga that I've been following for a long time get an anime adaptation and be done properly. So that bumped it up to an 8 just because the studio did a good job coordinating with the author and everything.
No, I definitely understand how that is.
So it's an 8. It is an 8 out of 10 for me.
Okay, but yeah, I do understand what you mean by that. When I was reading the Percy Jackson books, they did not do them justice with those movies. But then this show that just came out really did do it justice, and the author was involved. So I'm hoping that, for one, the author is involved with this show as well. And if he's not, he eventually does become involved with it, so he can kind of align them better. Or, you know, tell his story through animation better.
Yeah. So, and I don't mind if they do make some modifications from the manga. You know, in some cases it could be good for good and for worse. You know.
Yeah.
I don't mind some slight modifications.
Exactly. Like some slight modifications. Yeah. Okay, cool.
As long as it's not like Bleach.
But like I said, for good and for worse.
Yeah.
Because we've seen both.
Oh,
because
there's some that just.
I do
that's
agree.
Not even the anime. I mean, that's not even the manga. Like Hellsing, the first one wasn't even the manga.
No, because like when you look at Hellsing and the original run of Full Metal Alchemist, those guys jumped the gun ahead of the author, and Bleach had the same problem, but they just kept putting in a bunch of different filler arcs.
Well, Kubo also was having health issues, I believe.
Yeah, he was having issues for sure. So yeah, I get it. It's just like there's some. Yeah. We'll have that discussion every time, but
yeah, I feel like I can forgive Bleach for what happened with it because of what happened.
Of course.
So that one, okay, yeah, fine. That very unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah.
Naruto, however, with the filler, that was ridiculous. What's another show that has a ton of filler?
I think Naruto beats everybody, honestly.
I just put an image for you. I just got an image up for you guys.
Like Naruto just demolishes everybody in terms of filler. My God.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was gonna.
That's why I didn't really watch Shippuden much.
Yeah.
Although that one movie where Naruto gets thrown in prison was kind of good.
I don't even remember what movie that is.
Like, I remember that one vaguely, but I mostly remember the first Shippuden movie when he died.
Wait,
remember that?
They non-canonically killed Naruto?
Yeah, the first Shippuden movie that they came out with, he died.
Wow.
Like, yeah, like there's literally a scene, like it's the beginning scene where Naruto's fighting this demon, and the demon, he's fighting him, and the demon just stabs him in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to the rest of that, because, like, I think I stopped watching the Naruto movies right on the last Naruto one. I didn't watch any of the Shippuden movies.
Yeah, like I think there were there were only 3 Naruto movies, right?
I thought it was more than that. Like in Shippuden?
I thought it was 3 Shippuden and 3 regular.
Yeah, I'm talking like the original 3 movies, like the first one when they were like going to the snow place, the second one when they're like fighting medieval people, and then the third one where they're like in the desert or some shit.
Let's see, yeah.
I don't remember. I definitely stopped watching Naruto after I finished the manga. Because I only wanted to see the fights that was in the manga animated. So once I got up to those fights, which just so happens to be the Ninja War, and then you all remember the filler that happened through there. Yeah, I just stopped.
I don't because I never got that far because I couldn't deal with it.
Oh, okay, yeah. At a certain point, when I noticed that there was filler starting in Naruto, I would just stop watching Naruto until the filler started.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right, Bride. They did have 3 Naruto movies in the original, and then Shippuden had a lot.
Yes.
How many did Shippuden have?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
7. Jesus Christ.
But to be fair, Shippuden, correct me if I'm wrong, was longer than the original Naruto arc.
Yeah, it was longer. It was a much longer run.
Yeah, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But then Boruto has 1.
I don't care about Boruto's existence.
I'll be honest with you, I've seen a couple of stills from Boruto. Some of that stuff do look pretty cool and sound interesting.
The stills do look cool. The concepts and the ninjutsus sound interesting. I just don't like Boruto's character.
Yeah, like I will say that 2 Blue Vortex, I think did redeem a lot of things about Boruto's character that everyone found annoying. Like,
how many chapters did that take? How many episodes did that take?
It took a character arc.
So that's like 2 or 3 arcs.
It took an entire fucking time skip basically for him to get better.
No, I'm not watching that. I'm not putting up with an annoying main character for that long. No.
So, but you dealt with Naruto though.
Naruto wasn't that annoying to me. He was rough around the edges.
Wasn't?
He didn't have his parents. He was rough around the edges. Didn't have like a very good upbringing. He had a very understandable reason for acting the way he did. This bitch is a little spoiled bitch.
Yes, he is.
But you dealt with believing in Date Bayo.
Yes. Like I said, less annoying than this one.
Naruto, to me, Naruto was slightly annoying in the beginning. Then he matured. I'm like, okay.
No, he was definitely slightly annoying in the beginning, but he also wasn't as annoying as Boruto was when I first was introduced to Boruto. Because it was like, dude, why are you complaining? You are literally the son of the head of this village. Why are you mad at your dad? Because he's not there when you know that he's leading the whole village?
I mean, but to be fair,
yeah, his dad could do shadow
and
clones.
this is, well, no, not that. It's the fact that like kids don't understand.
I disagree with that. I think that there are a lot of kids who do understand, but there are probably a lot more that just don't care to understand because they're new to this world.
Well, like a lot of them don't. The reason why I say that is because not saying that they can't understand, but the fact that like they do have to go through that phase of, okay, my dad can't hang out with me because he is constantly busy. Because that does happen in the real world.
Yeah, it does.
But you do see it both ways, where the kids are like, I'm used to this, and other kids are like, I wish my dad was around more. So he just chose the path of I wish my dad was around more. So I can't really get on his ass too much about that because it's understandable. And who knows like how Naruto actually dealt with that. Because he's new to it too.
True.
So he probably didn't tell Boruto like, yo, I'm sorry, I gotta take care of the village. I want to spend more time with you. He probably never had that talk until way later. So he could understand.
Okay, I could get that.
So it's like, yeah, like there's a lot of like real world concepts you could put in that.
Okay, I could get that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a family thing. That's all it really comes down to. I don't blame no one for anything because, yeah, you're the president of the United States, and you know your wife might want to divorce you because she wants more time. But guess what? She has to understand, like, I want to be here, believe me, but I can't because someone might
things to do.
Exactly. And communication might not be on point. That's why I'm like not really hard on Boruto like that, because I get it.
Okay. And I like I said before, shadow clones are a thing in that world, so he could entirely still spend some more time with them.
True. Yes. And with the way shadow clones work, yeah, you're right. But also too, are shadow clones really your dad? If you want to have that philosophical discussion.
I actually do want to have that philosophical discussion, but not right now. There's not enough time for that.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have been into this podcast.
Yeah. We did.
So
we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I mean, yeah, we could cap it off here with the conversation about Naruto.
Yeah, we'll just cap it off here, and then thank you all for joining us. We've
definitely shows that Isekai still just hasn't broken through to our minds who grew up in the golden years.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, regression themed manhwa, that's where the potential's lying right now. But that's for another day. Thank you all for tuning in. Now, so y'all can punch in. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment, check out our links, and if possible, but we never expected, donate a little bit to us, maybe.
It'll help us bring you better content.
Exactly. Please do.
All right, guys.
All right.
Catch you all later. We're punching that clock.
So you can punch in.